Welcome back to another Wild Rift video. It's Steppenwolf right here, and we are playing a game of Bad Santa Veigar, as you can see on the screen right here. And the reason why I'm playing Veigar today is because it's one of the most underestimated champions in the game right now, and also there's a lot of casting gameplay on the channel, and I don't want to bore you. So this right here is Grandmaster Elo. We're playing on the main account because I only have one, and if you haven't never watched a video of mine, I'm a top 200 Legendary Cube player. I'm a very high Grandmaster player, which is about 30 points. I know we need about 60 currently to hit Challenger, but I'm more focused on hitting Legend in the Legendary Cube. So, if we take a look at our team comp, it's pretty decent. We have some good poke with Jace and Varus. We have some good heals that can easily be countered by Darius and Master Yi and also Lucian. And like objectively looking at it, they have a very good team if they get that Master Yi and Lucian going, because Karma and Leona, they can simply peel for them for years. Now, in this video, I want to show you exactly what you will need to do with Veigar in order to basically carry a lot, because I see so many people playing Veigar wrong and not doing the right things. The first thing we are going to do is start with the Sapphire Crystal, simply to start stacking our tier of the goddess. This is something insanely important to do with Veigar, and if you fail to do it, like you will have a ton of mana problems. Now, also you will need to, and this is also something very obvious, and I feel kind of awkward telling you this, but I've seen too many Veigars not taking a look at this. But you want to stack his passive. Now, playing against Karma, the early game is ugly. Okay, it's not funny to play against a Karma in the early game, but um, she loses against a lot of mid laners. I don't want to say she's useless because she clearly isn't, but she's not as strong as, and you can see me failing minions right here, but she's not as strong as other mid laners. Now, I will get beaten badly on this lane, you will see, because again, I consider myself one of the best players in this game, and I'm one of the best commentators, but I can't do both at the same time. So what trying to do right here is I'm trying to poke her, and at the same time get those minions, and I failed terribly. So I got in a very bad trade. But because I control the wave, like if you haven't watched my last video, I will link it to you at the end of this one if you haven't. I explain how I manipulate waves to basically win 99% of my lanes, even if it doesn't look like it. Okay, because I have a very safe standing. I'm instantly pinging that my enemy is missing. I see that the Master Yi, and this is very important, always look on the map. But I see that my Master Yi is missing. I cage her. I try to help the Ramus, but luckily he got the blue buff. And then it's time to go, because look at my health, look at my mana. So I simply go back and grab the heal, and I go back to farming because unfortunately I only have like 8 stacks in my passive, which isn't too bad for the first 2 minutes of the game, but it can definitely be more. Like I'm losing out on this Karma at the beginning of the game, but still I should have had more stacks. And again, I'm also telling you about the things I do wrong. Now this was very important that I got her into the stun cage right here, proccing my electrocute, because otherwise she would have outtraded me badly. Now it's time to go back for me, and what I do is I try to get the Luden's Echo finished right away. I don't want to get poked out here, so I stopped, and then I got greedy for another wave. I thought she was going to ult me here and Flash Ignite, and I would probably been dead. I'm playing this not as smart as I should have been. I could have been back already. This way I will lose a bunch of minutes on the tower, but now I'm finishing my Ludens up because I want to have it for the dragon. I want to have that extra wave clear, and that's exactly why I started building the Ludens instead of like going for the Seraph's Embrace, I think is the name of it, instead of going for that first. So now I get a bunch of free farm because Karma didn't hard push enough. I place my W, my second ability, and you can see I thought I had more AP, but at least I got the big one. So looking at my team, we're going kind of even because it's not like one of my teammates is stomping anyone, so that's okay. So keep farming. I know that I'm a little bit gold behind compared to Karma, but that's fine. Like, I take it. Simply waiting here and like, not trying to fail minions. I'm pushing in hardly here. And what I also do with Veigar, every single time I try to get 2 minions at the same time with my Q, simply to maximize the output. So if we take a look at the power spikes right here, I know after I got my Ludens, I will probably win against Karma, depending on how good she is playing that stuff. And I'm also trying to keep everything warded around because I don't want to get ganked by Master Yi and don't want to have somebody snowballing on me. So I keep farming, and this is like as interesting as a Veigar lane gets. Now here's the thing, Karma makes a huge mistake, I cage her, I can hit her with my Q, I wait until the exhaust is over, I flash, I hit my W, and if you've seen it, I have placed my W behind her because I know I had my Q, and I ulted her, and either she was going to run away or she was going to run into my Q, so she was dead in both ways, and that's why I flashed on her. So this is one big power spike you need to understand with Veigar. After you have your ult, you can start poking the enemy. I would still focus primarily on getting the minions, but once you have your ult, you can start poking the enemy a little bit, maybe like with the second hit of your Q, because you can usually hit 2 minions or 1 minion and the enemy. Try to poke your enemy with that, and if you do that and if you focus on that, like at one point you can simply kill your enemy with full combo. Now again, I'm trading with the Kalmar, and you can see with the Luden's Echo, the trade was kind of even, but usually I should be out trading her, especially with the Luden procs going onto her now that I have the item finished. So I know the dragon is up, so what I'm doing is I push the wave, and so Karma loses a bunch of minions. I go and grab the heal, and I'm looking at the map. Unfortunately, I don't have a ward, it still has like a couple of seconds cooldown. I'm waiting for the Rammus to come in here, but it looks kind of safe, so I decide to farm another wave, because apparently like after 5 minutes I still only have like 47 stacks now, which isn't the best thing I can have. It's decent, but like there are better Veigar players on the planet, so I could have had more. I also, something very important, this is a free kill Darius for me because I've seen they are fighting in the river. You always want to have your eyes on the map. This is one of the key aspects of the game, to have map awareness. So many people, they simply never look at the map because they're so focused. And again, WQ, this is like the standard combo. This is as interesting gameplay with Veigar as it gets. Like, it's fun to play, but I don't play Veigar that often. I don't actually that much enjoy playing him, but as you can see, it's getting effective. I'm going back here, and I do some dumb stuff with buying. I noticed it because first I want to finish like tier. I want to finish this item there so I get the lost chapter. Usually like the standard path would have been that I go for the Rabadons, but I want to have the extra mana right here. And I've also seen that my tier has 250 stacks passively, so I wanted to go for it. I wanted to upgrade it so it can keep stacking. Now, I didn't have vision here, so I set the cage immediately. I luckily hit the Master Yi, and I was able to kill him immediately. Like, this is something also you can do when you are ahead as me. Like, you know you can kill the enemy once he's hit in your cage, especially if he's as squishy as this Master Yi has been. The most important part here was to to set the cage before any vision. The same I'm going to do right here. The solution, like, he has probably played against Veigar a couple of times. Now, instead of running to the Soraka, I'm running behind the lines of my team because I knew I would have been dead. Now, again, the cage right here, with the Master Yi on me, I run into my cage, I ult him away, and he's gone, okay? So if a Yi is dumb enough to Q you, you simply set the cage, you run into the fences of the cage, so to speak, and you kill him. Okay, that's as easy as it gets. As you can see, people are starting to flame the Master Yi. Unfortunately, like, I hate flaming in the game. Like, I probably never even used the chat feature, even in some games when I'm tryharding, I use it, but 99% of the times I'm simply quiet and don't say anything. So because I'm more focused on my own gameplay, and this is what I would recommend you to do as well. Now at this point of the game, it's 11-2. I like this is pretty much over. I finished my items, and now all we have to do is simply get the towers and finish. I've seen people throw at this stage of the game because they are not prioritizing towers right now, and that's what I'm trying to do at this stage of the game right now. Getting objectives and keeping my stacks up. So again, keeping the vision must. He has already been waiting here for me. Usually, if I would have been smarter, I could have caged him right there and ulted Q him again. Now, I keep pushing the wave into Karma. I'm not trying to deny her in any way anymore. First of all, she's going to lose a bunch of minions under the tower if she fails to last it, and I want to damage the tower because, as I said, objectives are very important at this stage of the game. Now you can see me failing terribly at skill shots right here. I'm setting a cage, ult, and this is something where I should have been more greedy because like Karma has a shield. If you have ignited her, and you can't kill her. And here, as you've seen, I got a little bit greedy. I was frustrated I didn't kill her, and I didn't thought about the shield. So I flashed right, and unfortunately she flashed away as well. So my team is doing what I just said. They're pushing the bot lane turret. I'm walking over there to see if I can help them in any way. I place my cage, trying to get the Karma. I think all I'm getting is solution right here. And ulting the Karma. Okay, so this is also something. If somebody is dumb enough to... Okay, I'm trying to do the same trick right here again. But I think I'm dying this time because I have too much cooldown and I don't have ult. But this is something a lot of players do wrong with Veigar. If they see somebody as low as this Karma was, simply go ult her and it's done. Okay. So I'm now 7-1. I'm about to finish my Rebel and Staff cap. So this is not going to be funny for the enemy anymore. This game is pretty much over at this point if my team doesn't screw up too hard, okay? So my game plan changed from like just going to try and farm minions right now is to farm enemies, okay? I'm simply going to push down the mid lane. I got my Zonias finished so I can, or my stasis enchant so I can be a little bit more safe, so something like this, what just happened, doesn't happen anymore. If I had Zonias like a few seconds ago, this wouldn't have happened, simply because I had my cooldowns back up. Now again, in stages like this of the game where you are ahead and you don't know what to do because this is like kind of a little bit weird gameplay, what I like to do is, again, take a look at the map. Try to see where the enemies are at. And then, like, make a decision. For example, right now, group mid lane, because we've seen Lucian and Leona pushing the top lane. So we can easily get some free gold and some free towers and some free damage on the towers right here. Same goes for this one. Most enemies are mid lane now. I walk over and pressure the bot lane turret. I'm pretty surely dead right here. Yeah, I don't even activate my stats enchant. But I got the aggro of 2 enemies. I pulled them to the bot lane. I don't try to justify my bad placement right here, but at least we got 2 enemies because my team played it smart, and I had 2 enemies on me, especially with Lucian, who is currently the biggest danger of us, or of the enemies. This is something I usually would never do, but we are so ahead that it honestly doesn't matter. Like what this Rammus did, he was trying to tank the tower, but you're doing way less damage to the tower if there are no minions beside the tower. So this was the smartest move, and as you can see, he died from it. So this time I'm killing the big wolf. I'm getting him right here for the stacks. I'm going to grab the blue buff, even though I have plenty of mana with the finished tier and the finished like item. I should really take a look at the name. If you also, Let me know down in the comments which champion you want me to play. Like, I'm pretty flexible. I can play a lot of champions very well. Also, I've seen the year right here. Again, the ult was pretty wasted on him. I didn't know that I would deal that much damage. But again, let me know down in the comments which champion you want me to play. I will try to do my best. Like, my champion pool is okay, I would say. I have a few champions I play exceptionally well. For example, Orianna. I play Gragas very well. I play um, Catelyn, of course. Then I have my Tristana. There are a bunch of champions I play exceptionally well, but then there are also a few champions I play decently. I can win with an okay team. Yes, this is something. Let me know down in the comments which champion you want me to see play. So now we have the Baron Nashor. This game is almost over. I do the cage right here. Lucian again, he is not a, like, he's a pretty smart player. I stole his wolves. I simply walk up again. I want to flash onto the Lucian. I do my Zonias in combination with the cage, and I'm scaring enemies out because I now have my cooldowns back up. This is something like the easiest way to effectively. I was exhausted, unfortunately, so otherwise I would have killed her. But this is one of the easiest way to effectively use your Zonias to simply get cooldowns back up. But even though I died, I was 9-3 at this game. High Grandmaster gameplay. This was not some me smurfing some poor bad guys away, even though I don't even have a smurf. But this is how the game went, okay? So, and this is exactly how you need to play Veigar. Now, let's take a look if I got the MVP, because I honestly don't remember. As you can see, not some Smurf gameplay, 27 points, and I didn't get the MVP. Now, if you enjoyed this game right here, and you want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and I see you guys inside of the next Wild Rift video.